You want to talk about Kanye and the Jews?
And not even that, but the fact that he blamed fentanyl on the reason George Floyd died, I can't fuck with him anymore.
Yeah, well, all those drugs didn't help.
They didn't, but that's not the reason he died. Like that's like let's not try to tippy toe around it. George Floyd wasn't, like he wasn't like an angel, but he had the right to live.
I don't. Do you even know the context that came up? Did he just bring it up because it's like because he knows it's controversial?
So he was on Drink Champs, and the guy tried to get on him about which was Nori, which like shame on you too, Nori. Like I know he's doing his apology tour, but like, dude, learn how to read vibes, bruh. Like if LeBron James canceled his interview about the shop. Oh, well, he didn't cancel it. They shot Kanye's interview with LeBron and his friend on his show, The Shop.
Oh, yeah.
But they stopped putting out because it was too hateful. And I'm not mad about it because, like, when you listen to Kanye, like, I'm trying to not look at it from anyone's side. I'm just trying to hear it, like, just as a consumer. Like,
well, what's interesting, he's splitting conservative people too. Like you would think all the conservatives would be loving him, and he's splitting the conservative.
When Trump's like, "Oh, nigga, you crazy?"
Yeah.
Like when Trump is saying that.
Yeah, because he knows. Yeah, when he says that, he knows that Kanye's support won't help him.
I also don't feel bad for Kanye. I'm tired of people talking about this like whole like, oh, it's a mental health issue. No, it's not. He's just an asshole. Like it's not like it's like I don't care about you being bipolar, bro. I really don't.
Yeah, you have billions of dollars.
Yeah,
solve it.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you wanted to solve it, you solve it. He doesn't. He's a troll.
Like
he knows what he's doing.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And then like when he tried to explain his White Lives Matter shirt, he's like, well, because white lives do matter. We know all lives matter, bruh. Yeah. But the fact that it's you,
and then you're hanging out with Candace Owens, and then it's like we know what you're doing. Guys.
And then like you know what he tried to reason his George Floyd comments on was about her documentary about the whole situation. He's like, oh, I watched the documentary and my mind was blown. She don't know George Floyd, bruh.
Well, you think Candace Owens may have a
agenda?
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm no shit. I'm sure her reasoning for him dying was going to be all the drugs in the system.
So dumb that we have to talk about stupid shit like this, but like it's like, bro, like you're not helping the situation at all. And as a black man, I am ashamed to even like look up to you at a point. Like I loved Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreaks. I loved The Life of Pablo. Like, okay, you doing crazy antics, you getting on a Twitter rant is one thing, but when you start doing the anti-Semitic rhetoric, hate speech, like, dude, like, you're not, no, like, who would vote for you, bro?
Well, the thing that's like he's going, oh, he thinks that he's so smart, he's manipulating all these things. Where
he's not.
Candace Owens is using him to. Now everybody's talking about Candace Owens. It's Candace Owens and Kanye. And Candace Owens is a marketing. Oh my god! I don't know if I want to go genius as the further, but she does a hell of a good job of marketing herself. And the more people are talking about her because she's with somebody that's making somebody angry, the more publicity she gets, the better she is.
But it's not problem solving at all to me. It's like,
but nobody's trying to solve problems now.
That's the thing that's the thing that bothers me. And I'm not a political guy. This is not going to be a political podcast. It's just that this is what happened this week in the world. And at the AB Coleman My Comedy Life podcast, we got to talk about it.
Well, if you just look at the way bills
promo code AB Coleman DoorDash
DXL
DXL.
But if you look at the way bills pass in Congress, it's 50. It's right down party lines. Like nobody gives a shit about what the other group is trying to do. It's just like nobody's trying to solve issues. People are just trying to dig their heels into their side and then call the other side stupid on both sides. It's not like a right thing is doing this to the left. Both sides are doing this, and it's bullshit.
I know, like, I can't, like, man, that's why I don't like politics. It's too fake for me. It's not, like, really real. Like, I don't know. And it's a shame because these are the people that are in power that dictate,
right,
like, our daily life.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy to me because he incites, like, the way he was talking, it would incite violence. And that is my problem. Like, I don't want people walking up to a random Jewish person beating them up. Like, don't do that because Kanye says he feels like he's not given a fair shake. And that's the kind of rhetoric he is speaking. And I think that's so dangerous when you have such a platform to speak on about that. So, like, that's why I'm like, well, Donald Trump is even like, bro, like,
tone it down.
Like, tone it down a little. You're a little too racist. When you're too racist for Trump, you know you're a piece of shit.
Trump's like, I'm gonna need you for the black vote in 24. Can you tone it down a little bit, please?
Like, dude, like, we all know Kanye is a piece of shit at this point. And I don't care. No, because he tries to lean on the sympathy factor of like, oh, but like, I'm, people trying to say I'm crazy. Like, nigga, because you are crazy. You're doing crazy shit. You're talking about crazy shit. And then he wants to be like, well, I'm a father. Like, I'm trying to be the best yay father. What the fuck is that? What is a yay father?
He's branding.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, why don't you just be a father to your children?
I mean, the thing is, like, and this sounds terrible. I'm sure they're great people. But if you want to be a great dad, you don't have kids in a situation like the Kardashians. I mean, I'm sure they're very nice. They're obviously very smart and successful and all that, whatever. And they've cut themselves to be very pretty or whatever. But like, it's like having a baby with somebody from the circus. It's like, what are you putting? You're creating a very, very awkward situation.
Don't they got like 4 kids?
I don't know. Sure.
I think they got 3 or 4 kids, and I'm just like,
where they're constantly in the spotlight. I mean, that's not a great. It cannot be a great upbringing.
No,
it can't be.
But I don't. All right, I'll say this.
That being said, if they want to adopt me, I'm in.
Yeah, that. In all seriousness, Kim is probably a good parent. Like, I don't know. I'm not there. I don't see it. I can only see what I see on headlines.
And they're everywhere all the time. Usually not a great situation.
So, like, if you have, like, some nanny taking care of your child, like...
Or even if you don't. I mean, if the kid's always sitting in the back room while you're getting your makeup done and doing a photo shoot and showing your titties and...
Yeah, what kind of childhood is that? But, I mean... I don't know. I really have no opinion on that because, like, I don't have a child myself, so I'm not a parent, so I'm not gonna judge anybody on how they parent.
Which means you should have a baby and then we can talk about it.
I don't think I'm ever having kids.
The chick that you work with.
No. She's not that into me, bro.
No.
No.
Has she seen the podcast though?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my coworkers have watched the podcast, and I mean, they're saying, "Oh, it's really funny," but I don't know if that's like them really watching it.
Yeah, well, then like and subscribe.
Yeah.